Hello dear hearts, I'm Stella and I'm a matriarch. I decided this week that matriarchs and old women in general are grossly underrepresented in the media world, so I'm going to have a go at uploading some videos and see what you think of them. This is number one. And what I want to do, I want to talk about energy. It's a very interesting, important factor in our environment. Where I start, humans sleep for, hopefully, something like 8 hours a night. And that leaves us with 16 hours every day to make our lives. To eat, drink, work, love, poo, all the things we need to do to make life work. All well and good. If you live with a partner and they're a cooperative, negotiable partner, you may have up to 32 hours a day. And if you live in a village, much to be desired in my view, and you're all able to cooperate, some days you have almost limitless energy for specific projects, in return for giving your energy back in exchange on another occasion. This is the pattern of history, and it works. It's always worked. We replaced it with money, and I think to our detriment in many ways. One of the big lines in history is how people often have wanted to have more than their share of energy, and the quickest way to ensure that you get more than your 16 hours a day is to have a slave. Hence, slaving has been with us since time immemorial, and it means essentially you have somebody else's 16 hours a day to be your arms and legs and brain and energy, do all the things you don't want to do. Okay, fine. So slavery has always been with us. If you're rich, then you have any number of slaves, helpers, employees, what you call them. You are using up their energy for your own use, and all you have to do is eat, drink, poo, and a few other things. My understanding is that it's actually not good for the soul to have other people do all your life tasks for you. It's better to do your own and deal with the tiredness and the satisfaction that comes with it. So poor people have historically always had to loan or sell or have taken from them their 16 hours a day. And that's one of the penalties. You not only don't have your time for your own life, but you are having, one way or another, to assist somebody else's life. And your energy is finite, and you may grow old earlier and get ill earlier as a result of not being able to live your own life well. If we turn to the analogies of modern life, what we have taxation. We invented a government, and it's turned into a many-headed Cerberus that bites us. We invented government initially to take care of business so that we could get on with living our lives. And it evolved into cleaning our streets and running our schools and our police and so on and so forth. And the objective always, originally, was to free up our 16 hours a day so that we could do more constructive and original things with it. So far, well and good. But we have taxation, we have to pay for these things, and that's fair enough. However, at the moment, this is in October 2024, at the moment, at a very conservative estimate, the government is charging us something like 60% of all our earnings in tax. That includes everything: national insurance, various kinds of insurances, VAT, tax on everything you buy in any shop ever, anywhere, because of the petrol tax, which is very large, personal allowances, etc., etc. It all mounts up to well over 50%. Let's say 60%. For most people, that is, in employment, where the tax gets taken from you before you get it in your pay packet. Now, if you're paying 60% of your income in tax, essentially that means you're paying 60% of your 16 hours. That's about 9 hours. That leaves you with 7 hours a day to get everything done. Eating, driving, looking after the kids, taking care of yourself, taking care of the house. Little wonder people are tired. In many cases, I think the taxes are actually higher than that. And if you are down to something like 6 hours a day to get your life lived, and you're giving all the rest to the government, does that make you a slave? If you have 100% of your income at your disposal, you're a free person. If you have none of it, and it's all taken by someone else, then you are a slave. At what percentage do you think you become a slave? Are you a slave? If you work for yourself, and please don't use the word self-employed, it has legal implications. If you work for yourself, you have much more control over when and how you work. You derive, hopefully, plenty of job satisfaction for doing what you do because you like it. But we have fallen into a position where, certainly speaking for myself, I had to spend several hours every week writing up for some anonymous bureaucrat what I'd been doing with my time, what I bought, what I sold, doing their work for them. But is it their work anyway? Why was I accounting to a third party about my life in order that I should be told how much I needed to contribute to the community in the way of taxes? Well, I question quite a lot of things about that. Is it contributing to the community? Is over 50% of the national income, that's the average of all human beings in this country, sort of, 50% of the income of this country going to the government? What the fuck for? Seriously. I get my rubbish changed, taken away every 2 weeks. The streets have holes in, the school have holes in, children are brought up to be barbarians with strange ideas. Hospitals don't work. What is the government doing with all this energy it steals from us? Never mind the money, think about the energy. They are draining our life energy away and not giving us any fair exchange. That is theft in my book. So we have got used to this, and I've always said I think the worst vice of humanity is our adaptability. It's a survival characteristic for use in emergencies, but unfortunately it means we get used to and put up with things very quickly. So we have put up with a situation which is almost unthinkable, where one set of adults is telling another set of adults what to do, how to behave, how to work, how not to work, how much of their life energy to give away. There's something inherently wrong with this. I'm a grown-up. Nobody tells me what to do. I make my own choices, and unless I'm doing something which is clearly not in the interests of either the common good or hurtful to somebody else, then it's my business what I do with my energy. It's not anybody else's. How have we come to this position where you get little 20-year-olds in uniforms telling you to go this way or that way, pink-faced young people in police uniforms and other strange gear, telling us we must do this or we can't do that, when there is no good reason for it? I make my own decisions. We should all make our own decisions. We are not children. But we have become, in a world where commonly mammals are prey or predator species, humans are unique in being halfway between. But I think, in my understanding, in the last generations we have been pushed very fast towards becoming prey, and we are the prey of the government. I would like to do something about this, but I don't know what. However, I can talk about it. That's a start. Bye.